Hi, welcome back to the YouTube channel for yet another random commander, and today we're looking at Bess Soul Nourisher, 1 green and white for a 1/1 human citizen. Whenever one or more creatures with base power and toughness 1/1 enter the battlefield under your control, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on Bess, so yeah, okay. And whenever Bess attacks each other creature you control with base power and toughness 1/1, gets +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Bess. Yeah. I got this as a random one when I hit the random button, and I wasn't sure, I'm going to be honest, but I didn't quite realise how many good 1/1s there were in green and white. Well, I knew there's a few, there's the obvious ones, but then I just realised it got silly. And it got silly really quickly, especially since Bess only cares about their base power and toughness. Yeah, because you can put other counters on them, you can buff their power up, and you still get the bonus when Bess attacks. Right, okay then. Yeah, it's a nice green-white beatdown deck if you want one, and that's where we went with today's deck. So here we go. Right, starting at the beginning. We have a lot of 1/1s to start with. Alorious Shepherd is in, mainly to stop everything being, well, green spells we cast being countered. Do not, unless we haven't got Bess out, I try very hard not to use the 6 mana to turn everything into a dinosaur with base power and toughness 5/5, because obviously then Bess doesn't trigger. However, it only affects elves, and occasionally you do pump your elves up a little bit more, so it swings and roundabouts, but it's here to stop everything being counted, and basically it's a 1/1 for 1. So hey, we have some ramp. We've got Arbor Elf here, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Elvish Mystic, a bit of life gain with Essence Warden, more ramp with Fianoid Elves. Haywire Might is very good. Obviously, we all know Haywire Might is good in anything. Paying the green to sacrifice a non-creature artifact, to exile, sorry, a non-creature artifact to non-creature enchantment really does help this deck out significantly. Honoured Hierarchs in, another 1/1. If we can get the 1/1 counter on it, we get to do the whole, it's renowned, it has vigilance and tap and add 1 mana of any colour, so another ramp spell. Landwire Elves as ramp. Ocelot Pride had to be here for the wonderfulness it produces, and the 1/1 creature tokens do also trigger Bess. So, yeah, there's no non-token clause in Bess, so it works, and it works nicely. Pelt Collector, whenever another creature you controlled enters the battlefield or dies, if that creature's power is greater than Pelt Collector's, put +1/+1 on it. Yeah, if you play Pelt late in the game, and you don't attack, and then one of the attacking creatures dies, you start building up the +1/+1 counters, but we have other ways of doing it. Yep, had a beard. Sarah Ascendant makes a cut. It is what it is, unfortunately. Soul's Warden, Soul's Attendant gives more life gain. Speaker of the Heavens gives us something to do with all that life gain, especially if we can get it activated to start chucking out some 4/4 Flying Angels, because we are a little bit weak in the air in this deck, I'll be honest. Weathered Wayfarer helps us with our land. Yosemira, Ever Faithful, we have some more legendary permanents coming up shortly, so we might as well have this in here, I figured, just to make the nice big dog as we go along. Bloom Tenderer for the extra mana ramp. Elvish Clan Caller, because we do have quite a few elves, so we might as well pump them up a little bit. And it's another 1/1 to trigger Bess. Elvish Visionary for the card draw. Farmer Cotton comes in from Lord of the Rings lands to give us food and halfling tokens, which will all trigger Bess, so yay. Gala's Greeters for the +1/+1 counters, the treasure and the life. Keleth Sun Familiar is also in. Whenever a commander you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Stack your triggers properly. The extra +1/+1 goes on first, then the Bess's trigger resolves, and you get that little bit of extra damage, which can make the difference. Luminarch Aspirant chucks around +1/+1 counters. Poison Dart Frog gives us a little bit of defense against flyers. Not much. It is a mana ramp at the end of the day, but paying the 2 to give it Death Touch does make people think about attacking with their flyers sometimes. We had enough elves in the deck that the Priest of Titania seemed like a good plan. Prosperous Innkeeper gives us life and a treasure. Tower Winder, I still think this card is stupid. I still have no idea where it came into existence, but hey, it's a 1/1 with reach and death touch that lets me go and find command tower. I'm not going to play it if I can play it in a deck. Vine-Lasher Kudzu comes into play with our lands. We get to make it big as we go along. Elvish Rejuvenator gets us lands. Kami of the Whispered Hopes puts extra +1/+1 counters on things instead, which we like because then it gives us more mana. Managorger Hydra just gets bigger as we get people casting spells, which everyone does. Marwyn the Nurturer, more ramp with the elves. Mirror Entity. Yeah. Creatures you control become XX and gain all creature types until the end of turn. Yeah. Okay then. Fun. Another way just to back up if Bess is a bit out of play. Sandstorm Scavenger is here. Yes, it creates 3/3s, but you know, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature token you control. You do get some tokens. It does work. Scoot Swarm. Yeah. In real life, usual warning about Scoot Swarm. In real life, Scoot Swarm tokens are fine. They are easy to track. On MTGO, where I play most of my Commander now, as I keep saying in a lot of my videos, yeah, this does cause it to crash occasionally, so be a little bit careful, but it's still here because, you know, at the end of the day, it produces 1/1s and they trigger Bess, and we like that plan. Springbloom Druid for the extra lands. Toby Beastie Befriender. As long as you control 4 or more creature tokens you control have flying. Yep, we should be able to get 4 more creature tokens. Wood Elves for the Forest, and Toski Bearer Secrets because it's a 1/1 that's indestructible, triggers Bess, and means whenever we deal combat damage we get to draw some cards, which is one of the things we need to do with this deck. Spells, we have a few, not too many. Condemn, Path to Exile for a little bit of targeted removal. Farseek, Nature's Law, Rampant Growth, 3 visits for the ramp, along with Search for Tomorrow. Obscuring Haze is here just to protect us. I have played this card. It does annoy people when they think they're going in for an alpha strike and you hit them back the next turn with Bess and all the 1/1s and they die, so yay. Teferi's Protection, just to protect us entirely if we need to. Chroma's Will to basically do the whole alpha strike thing, which you all know I like doing, so yep, it happens. And Clever Concealment, any number of target non-land permanents you control phase out. Yeah, I like having this card as a backup. We have got a lot of 1/1s. We do have people casting Wrath, Day of Judgment, even Pyroclasm occasionally on us. Having this in our hand to phase them all out if we can convoke it, I have literally no issue with it. Yep, save all our creatures, they come back in. It's all good. And we have one little bit of control of Wrath of God. Hey ho. Ramp is pretty straightforward. Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and 1 of each medallion. Because of all the ramp creatures and the search spells we're playing through in Cream, we don't need that much, but these are just here to help out, especially with Bess and Farmer Cotton. Elixir of Immortality comes in to shuffle everything when it goes pear-shaped, and because Bess gets quite big quite quickly, Great Henge is a bit of a no-brainer in the deck, so it's here. Few enchantments. Abiding Grace, just to return a target creature card of a mana value 1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you look back up here, dun 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 dun, a lot of 1-drops, so it's worth having this in here, if not for that, if just for the mana, a little bit of life regain each upkeep. Growing Rights Vitlamok, just to give us a bit more ramp if we need it, and our 35th land, because we'll get to flip this quite straightforward and easily. Sylvan Scavenging, I do like this card from Foundations. I think it's a really fun one. Chucking around some +1/+1 counters and then getting some green raccoon creatures if we need to. Great. Not quite as great as Cathar's Crusade though. Oh, this card is still silly. I don't think it's seen many reprints from Avacyn Restored, if I remember correctly, but yeah, if you can pick one up, pick one up. It's just fantastic, especially in a deck like this. The last one, another one of my pet Foundations cards that I'm really starting to enjoy, is Valkyrie's Call. Yeah, whenever a non-token, non-angel creature you control dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. It has flying, it is an angel in addition to its other types. Don't forget, its base power and toughness will still be 1/1, so it will trigger Bess, and comes in with a +1/+1 counter on it as well, so it gets a little bit of bump. The rest of it is purely just what you'd expect to see. a whole load of green white lands. I have gone for today, I have gone with Reliquary Tower and Temple of the False God today, mainly so we can cast, make sure Bess comes out, and if we get things bounce back to our hand. I know most of our stuff is low casting cost because it's only a 1/1, but we do have it in here. Now, the actual cash value of this deck is ridiculous, I'm aware of that, because that's because Gaze Cradle's in here. And like I said, because I'm playing this mainly online, this is why it's here. Obviously, I might even look to build Bess in real life, but I won't have Gaze Cradle in it. I haven't got that sort of money, so if you're trying to build this in real life, just swap it over for the 6th planes and play 6 and 6 basics. It's fine, it still works out, but it's just me being greedy to get my mana on the go really quickly. Beyond that, that's it. That's my take on Bess. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bit of a green white fun deck to play. I have played it on stream. There'll be a stream reload going up at the end of this week with a couple of decks I've talked about this week, which I really did enjoy playing this deck, so they'll be laid up, so keep your eyes out for that on Friday. But for now, if you think there's any 1/1s I've missed out that should be in the deck, let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear from it. Come and give me a follow here subscribe here if you can on YouTube. That'd be great. 564 of us are subscribers. I make this video, so the more the merrier. Or come and follow me over on Twitch. There's a link for that down below as well, where you can come and see me play these decks later this week. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with, the one deck I wasn't expecting the random baton to hit up, considering how new the commander is. But it'll be here tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Take care. See you later. Bye.